Hi everyone, hope you're all well. This is the end of week 8, beginning of week 9, more or less, depending on how you look at it, for my husband and I to be working from home. I think I can safely say that this is the most time that we've ever spent consecutively at home, and it's given me a lot of time with my possessions to kind of look at everything that I own and figure out what I'm using, what I'm not, and what can be the next to go. If you followed my videos for a while, you'll know that I am a huge fan of decluttering in waves. This started with my wardrobe, and now I do it everywhere in my home. I used to do it every season with my wardrobe, and now it's sort of more whenever I notice a critical mass of things building up that I can get rid of. And to be honest, I think part of it too is that I film these experiences and I share them with you. And so I look around my house and think like, oh, that's going in the next decluttering video. I can add that to the list or something. And so that is kind of how my brain works and how I think about decluttering now. And we have reached a point where I've been looking around my house and I think there are enough things that I can do another purge. So today I'm going to share with you some decluttering that I started actually earlier this week and I'm going to wrap up today. I'll also talk to you at the end about some of the plans that I have for what to do with these decluttered items. I have a whole nother video that I'll link in the description that talks about sort of more generally and in normal times my practice for responsibly getting rid of things. But right now, since a lot of things are shut down, I'm having to come up with some alternatives, which I will share with you at the end. So let's get into it. First things first, it's a gorgeous day out today, so I have my window open, and if you hear birds chirping or cars going by, that is why. But I'm going to start with my own stuff. In case you don't already know, my husband and I got rid of a dresser that we had a while ago in favor of these 2 nightstands, which have more storage than our previous nightstands. And it's been working out really well for us. I think this is all the space that we need. And since I haven't shown you how I organize my stuff in here, I figured I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone and walk you through what I have while getting rid of some stuff. To be honest, I had a couple more books on the nightstand earlier, but I wasn't reading all of them and it looked kind of messy, so I removed them and now it looks way better already. But we'll get started in the top drawer. This is where I keep things like electronics, chargy things, all of my camera stuff is there. I've got some old like Metro cards in that wallet, and I use a lot of this, but I think I'm going to get rid of this little USB to outlet thing because I have one there, I have another one in there, we have one in the guest room, and really we just use like our wall outlets have USB ports on them, so I will get rid of the one that is not like the other ones that I have. Oops. And then in the middle drawer, this is where I'm doing laundry right now, so there's not as much stuff in here as there usually is, but this is where I keep my underwear and socks and workout gear and my bathing suit. I think I'm going to keep all of this. I use all of this. I also keep my tissue box in here because I don't want it cluttering up the top of my nightstand. I haven't been able to convince my husband to do the same, but everything in there is staying. And then down here, this is where I keep bras. Like I said, things are in the laundry, and apparently it's also a dumping ground for boxes. I kind of hold on to boxes of like expensive things if I think like I might need to return them, receipts as well. So I got a new phone a little while ago, but I think enough time has passed that I can let go of the packaging. So my case, I'm not returning. My phone I think is fine. Oh, okay. This is my old phone case. I really love this phone case, so I didn't want to let it go, but it doesn't fit my phone, so I guess I have to let it go, and I didn't know that it was even in there. I'll go through all this stuff later so I can recycle it. See, another one of these things. I don't need this, but this is huge. Like, does it charge faster? I don't know. I'll ask my husband and decide before throwing that piece out. These leggings were kind of in a trial separation moment in my guest closet, and I forgot they were there, so I can get rid of them. And this is a little bag that I got whenever I ordered my sweaters from ThredUp this last season. This is the bag that you mail them your own stuff in. You can get store credit to buy more of their products online. I don't really want the credit, like maybe you can donate it or something, but I can use that bag to mail them these leggings and some of the last time I made a clothing decluttering video for you guys, I have not gotten those items out of my house yet. I haven't been wearing them. They're in a box in my entryway, but I do need to get them out of my house so I can put this bag to use, and that is better. And so this is all of the stuff that I'm getting rid of out of just my nightstand. I found a box to start collecting this stuff in, and it actually feels like quite a lot. Anyway, moving on to the bathroom, I think there are going to be a lot of keepers in here. I went through this stuff not long ago. I don't feel like much of a minimalist right now because we are kind of stocked up, but these are all consumable products that I know we will go through. So I know this cabinet is good. We are keeping all of that stuff. Same thing with our medicine cabinet. I'm pretty sure everything, oh, there's like a sample of something that I can use up, but everything else is stuff that we do use. Yeah, so I think that's all staying, but I'm apparently really good at hiding things and forgetting about them in drawers, so let's start here. In this top drawer, this is just where I keep things like my glasses, tweezers, hair clips. This could look scary. This is teeth whitening gel that my dentist keeps trying to convince me to use, and I'm not very good at remembering to do it. But I use all these things all the time. This hairband's going to die really very soon. I need to get more hair ties. In here, this drawer looks kind of bad. There's a lot going on in it. I don't have much makeup and I don't really wear makeup, but what I have is there. Obviously I need to clean my brushes. I recently got contacts. These are old prescriptions. This is the paperwork. I don't need that. These are old prescriptions, but I was kind of glad to have them as a backup whenever I ran out of contacts and my optometrist was recently closed. They are now reopened, so I have new ones. I kind of feel, I don't know, I'm torn. I should probably get rid of these. I don't know, I'm a little compelled to keep them. I will think on that. This looks really bad, but it's mostly a bunch of empty trial size containers that I refill with product whenever I travel. So zipping that up will help. While zipping this up, I found an old Invisalign retainer case that I can get rid of because my new permanent retainers came with a new one. Much better. In here is nail polish. I don't really use it that often, but it's summertime and so I might paint my nails soon. And this is a massive pile of receipts from Sephora, not makeup, but skincare that I can get rid of. Nail polish remover. And then down here, oh man, okay. This is my old Invisalign stuff. I think I can get rid of that. Receipt. New Invisalign cases, more Sephora receipts, and more teeth whitening gel that I still need to use. All right, I think that's an improvement. And so all of this is the stuff that is going from my bathroom drawers. It's kind of crazy how these little things just build up over time. In case you were curious, all of my clothing I have decided to keep this time. I just opened my closet to have a peek and see if there was anything that I wanted to get rid of, but I kind of considered maybe my white sweater. I've complained about it being kind of low quality in the past, but we are now moving into summer, so I think I'm just going to hang on to that one and think about any clothing decisions at another time. Today, all clothing is staying. Next up is the kitchen. All right, this is our kitchen linen drawer where we keep things like hand towels, pot holders, white rags. These are extra produce bags, and in the back I have a lot of placemats. Actually, to be fair, I have a couple other placemats and napkins that we use daily that are easier for us to reach for there. But these placemats I bought a long time ago and I no longer really like the style of them. I know some people who are currently making masks and giving them away to family and friends, and these are, I'm pretty sure they're 100% cotton. They're reversible, so there's 2 layers of fabric, and I think I will ask some friends of mine who are sewing masks if they can use these. There's nothing wrong with them. They're kind of like a nice hefty fabric. I just, like I said, don't really like the style. And these orange placemats shrunk in the dryer a while ago, and now they are no longer placemat size. So these can go, and that should give me some more room to organize this stuff a little bit better. Ta-da! So this is everything that is going from my kitchen, including 2, 4, 6, those placemats that we just talked about, a bunch of cutlery that just came with takeout, some stuff that was pinned to my fridge, a supplement that didn't really work, and some extra hardware that we don't need. Quick box update, it is getting pretty full. Welcome to our guest room slash office. It's not really made up for you to see right now. My husband was just sitting there playing a Switch and I kicked him out so I could film in here. And Danny doesn't really want to be disturbed right now. She is taking a nap. But I have shown our guest closet a couple of times. Right now, it's not actually that bad. It is my dream to not really have anything in this closet, but that's also not actually super practical because it's kind of one of the only storage closets we have. Anyway, I'll throw my husband under the bus a little bit because some of this is his. That monitor is his. He's got some electronics in that box. This is a little shoe storage tower that's full of board games. And he has his desktop computer down there. He's not sure if he's gonna keep it or get rid of it. And earlier I mentioned that we used to have a dresser and we got rid of our dresser and beefed up our nightstands to use that as storage instead. These are our old nightstands. They're solid wood, so we didn't get rid of them as soon as we bought the replacement nightstands. We wanted to try and see if we could find an alternative use for them in our house. We've played around with it a little bit, but we haven't really been successful, so these guys are gonna go. Okay, up on this shelf, some of these things are my responsibility. This tray was full of stickers. Apologies for the dust, it's everywhere. But they were full of, or it was full of stickers that I forgot about. I'm gonna see if my brother wants any of those. But I've been struggling with whether or not to get rid of this for the last couple of minutes. I've tried using it in a couple of different places in my house and it still doesn't work. I bought these two together as a set like years ago. Conceptually, I was kind of on board, but there has never been an appropriate place or any real use for them. And I mean, like, their shape is fun, right? That's the fun part of them, but their shape kind of makes it kind of awkward to use. So I finally decided to let these guys go. And also up here, there are 2 frames. I'm going to take out the pictures, but get rid of the frames. Same thing with the trays. Like, I've just never really liked these frames, so they're going to go. And I'm finally going to let go of my beloved gold tumbleweed. This belonged to a friend of mine. She picked this tumbleweed off the ground, off the side of the road, and took it home and spray painted it, and I always admired it in her house. And when she moved away and couldn't take it with her, she gave it to me, and I've displayed it around my house for a long time, but it's kind of seen better days, and it's been living in the closet for the last year or so, so it's time to let it go. So this is everything that is leaving the guest room. Here in the living room, I don't think I'm gonna get rid of anything today. There are things that, well, that you know of that I've talked about wanting to replace and swap out, but I don't have replacements. I am not super fond of that gold planter anymore, and I want to put some kind of tray on the console table to serve as a catch-all, which means I need to find a new home for those candlesticks. And I tried to put the candlesticks on the bookshelf, but they are too tall even if I take the candles out, which is kind of unfortunate. So those are the kinds of issues that I am grappling with right now, but as I said, I don't have replacements, so everything is going to stay as is today. All right, last area to declutter of the day. This is our laundry and linen closet. We keep all of our spare linens in those boxes up there. While I'm here, these are all of our cloth reusable face masks that we've been using. They're hanging because we have washed them and they are drying. They're probably dry by now. This is my absolute favorite one. It's covered in stars. I got it on Etsy. I really like that one. But like I said, in case you're kind of surprised by the number of masks we have, we are washing and reusing these. So I wanted to have a few extra so we would always have a clean one to grab. Anyway, back to decluttering. It has been a while since I have looked in those boxes, so I'm sure there's stuff up there that I don't even remember us owning. Let's do this. I've dragged in our chair because I'm short. Anyway, up here we have a mat. I'm pretty sure we got it at like a TJ Maxx or a Home Goods or something a long time ago. This used to live in our kitchen on the floor right underneath the sink to catch water or anything that spilled on it. And to be honest, it kind of got really dirty underfoot. Now I prefer not having a mat and just cleaning up any spills that land on the concrete floor. And kind of similar to the placemats, I'm just not really digging the style of this anymore. If I were to put down a rug in my kitchen, it would not be this one. So this can go. While we're here, long story short, I just talked to my husband about these pillows. We are still in the process of styling our guest room, and we're not entirely sure what size pillows we want. These are queen size pillows. We have king size pillows in our guest room, but I'm gonna hang on to these for now because I don't want to buy more pillows. And now I can start dragging down these boxes. In box number 1, we have some packaging from the sheets that we last bought for our own bed. I don't think I need this. That can go. This packaging came with my sweater shaver, and my sweater shaver actually just lives right over there. But I kept this packaging because I was afraid that otherwise I would lose this little brush that it came with to clean out the sweater shaver. But to be honest, I've only used this guy maybe once, and I think I can be responsible enough to not lose this and or to just use something else if I need to, if I do happen to lose it and need something to clean out the sweater shaving device. So I can get rid of this packaging. Okay, remaining in this box we have this. This is our winter weight duvet. Right now we have on our summer weight duvet, and well, our duvet is actually in here, but this is a compression bag that you usually use for something like camping to make things take up less space, but we're not using it for camping right now. But I found that holding duvets is a really good use for these. So if you have any spare ones of these lying around and you're not already compressing your linens, I really like using that for this. Anyway, in here we also have, speaking of duvets, this is our old duvet cover and like pillow set, but part of the reason we got a new one is that Danny just sort of did a number on these and tore some holes in it, so I will try to find a way to recycle these guys. They can go. In box number 2, we have a couple of blankets, this blue one and a white one down here. Similar to the reason we're keeping the pillows, we might need these for styling. Honestly, this is a twin size blanket, and so I would be fine getting rid of this, but this is one of my husband's blankets from college, and he loves this blanket and he doesn't want to get rid of it, so I'm not even going to try to fight that battle today. And then at the bottom, I found these guys, which were from my mother-in-law. She sent these to us, but we've never used them, but I just realized that the bedding that we have on our bed, I like it, but it's kind of sheer on the pillowcases. Like you can see the branding of the pillows through the pillowcase, which I don't appreciate. So this might actually beef it up and make it a little more opaque. I'm gonna try these. So we're gonna keep everything in box number 2. And finally, in box number 3, we have a heating pad, which I'm not gonna get rid of. That we definitely need for emergencies sometimes. But we have 2 old sets of queen size sheets that used to be on our bed. To be honest, I think that the purple ones down here have held up better than these white ones, but I really can't imagine us putting purple sheets on our bed again, so I am going to keep the white ones, even though I think the purple ones are in slightly better shape, just because I can't imagine us using these. And to be honest, every time we change our bed linens, we wash them and then immediately put them back on, so I don't even know that we really need a spare set, but my husband wants to have a spare set just in case, so the purple ones are gonna go. So all of this stuff, minus the chair, is everything that is going from our laundry closet. All right, declutter complete, and this is everything that I'm getting rid of. My husband vetoed getting rid of the black tray, so you only see the gold one there. He wanted to keep the black one, but everything else is here. I think a lot of the items in this box, I'm not getting rid of the box, but a lot of the items in this box I think are going to be recyclable. These textiles, the placemats and the duvet cover and the sheets, not that, but the other things, I'm going to pass along to my friend who I said is making masks. She's also a part of a quilting and sewing guild, and so there have been times in the past when I've given her other textiles. I had a purple version of these curtains and we weren't using them anymore, so I passed them along to her sewing guild and they were able to put it to use. These nightstands I'm going to attempt to sell online. Honestly, I would be fine just giving them away to anyone willing to come pick them up and spray them down with Lysol and take them home, but my husband wanted to see if we could get a little bit of money back because we've given away so many things online. He was like, no, just try to sell them. So we're going to try to sell them first and then just give them away. And then there are some home decor items here. A friend of mine was planning on having a clothing and home decor swap before the pandemic broke out. So I might keep some of these in my car just to hang on to for some point in the future when that swap might actually happen. Most of the home decor items, not including the nightstands, which again I'm going to try to get rid of a different way, are going to be pretty small, and I can probably just keep them in my otherwise empty trunk for a while. Anyway, like I said, this is everything that we're getting rid of, and even though this stuff has not yet made it out of my house, I have already freed up the spaces that these things previously occupied, and so that feels really good. And I think right now, since we're at a moment where everybody is spending a lot more time at home, any of the clutter that we have can feel really magnified just because of the amount of time that we are spending around it. And so if you too are spending more time at home, I hope you can take advantage of some of that time to figure out what things are adding value in your home and in your life and what things aren't, and then find some creative and responsible ways to pass on the things that you're not getting value out of anymore. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. As always, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you're all staying safe and sane and healthy out there, and I will see you next time.